was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the QATV staff or board of directors. QATV, in compliance with FCC regulations, is prohibited from exercising control over the content of independent, member-produced public access programming.
Hi, I'm your host, Miranda. Welcome to a special edition of Whispers from the Other Side, and I'd like to wish everybody a Merry, Merry Christmas. And I have some special guests here with me tonight, and I'm going to go to indirect mediumship or direct mediumship. Indirect mediumship, everybody has to listen. And if you can understand what I'm saying, raise your hand. And if you don't understand, that's okay too, but hopefully there won't be too many no's and more yeses. And also, I'll also work directly with you. You know, I'll go like to someone that's here, and, you know, I'll start talking about your deceased loved one that is around. And also, the lines are not open tonight because we have live guests in the studio. And I'm going to get going with everybody here, so I'm just gonna come. Actually, I'm coming to this side of the room, and I'm not sure who I'm going to, but I have a meal that's all around me. He has a mustache, in brown hair, part in the middle, and pushed to the side, like kind of like a shaggy type of thing. And if nobody can understand over here, listen over here too, that way in case somebody can understand. Brown hair. I'm getting, you know, a height on him too as well. Brown eyes, and kind of had a little bit of a chest, you know, he worked very hard when he was here. That's what I'm feeling from this man. I don't know if anybody can understand who's coming through yet or not.
No.
No? Can anyone over here? Okay, because I'm just feeling this gentleman, you know, and I have to keep going with him just for a couple of more minutes. But I also have, he's got a dad here with him. And somebody has a dad that's over on the other side. Can you understand, you can understand that? Phoebe?
Fifi, yes.
Yes, you can. Your dad is all around you. And check about the man with the hair. And
My Pepe.
You know who that is
Yeah,
too?
his father.
Okay, thank you. They're all around you. And, you know, he was quite a looker when he was younger.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he's saying, you were wondering if he was okay because of where he left so quickly. He was like, oh my God, he's not here anymore, because that's how it happened when he passed away. Phil hasn't been over there years and years and years, though. You know what I'm saying? And it's like too as well. Can you understand that?
Yes.
That's him just telling me.
Yep.
You know, he's coming in. I'm not in pain. You were wondering if you suffered, though. He's telling me to tell you that. And I'm good looking again. And that would make a lot of sense to you
Yes.
as well. And he said, he's being quite a hot ticket with me because that's how he was, being very colorful with the words, and you would understand that with me too, coming from
Yes.
him. I haven't changed. I'm still the same. He said, but she still wishes I was here. Very, very
Absolutely.
much, because you went to him for everything. And you would understand that coming from him as well. I mean, everything, you know what I'm saying? He's listening in because he heard you say, I hope you're the one that comes through tonight. If no one else does, you will hope to hear from Papa, you know.
Absolutely.
And he's saying this, for you to tell you that. He's saying, you guys were his everything, because he worked very hard when he was here, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he did work overtime, and, you know, just to keep the family going.
Absolutely.
And both feet on the ground.
Yes.
Because he wasn't always here. You know what I'm saying? When you needed him, he wasn't here because he's always working.
Yeah.
like the breadwinner in the family, like it was, you know, back
Yes.
in the day, you know, with his time frame. He's still fixing cars, by the way, if you can understand
Absolutely.
that as well.
He
And
had a
he's-
garage.
I'm so-
That was his side work.
Oh, good. I'm so glad because he's fixing them, but he's saying, I can get them done now. You know, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm so glad you can understand that coming from him. And he said, my love has not died at all for you. My love is eternal for you. And he's telling me to tell you that. And you miss hearing that. And you miss the big bear hugs, by
I
the way.
do.
Very, very much. She does. She's saying, she's tell Phoebe she's still too hard on herself, though. You got to lighten up. I mean, you lightened up, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because you
Yes.
wished you could have done something, but you couldn't do anything. There was nothing you could do. And you needed to hear that tonight.
Yes.
That's his biggest message to you, is she needed to hear that. And I can breathe a lot easier because up in the chested area, that's with my crossing.
Yeah.
When I crossed over, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know exactly what he's saying.
Absolutely.
And that's what he's telling me. It's like, because there was nothing nobody could do because it was too late. And you would understand that, but
Yes.
you felt the heaviness of
Try,
that.
gotta try, gotta
Yeah,
try.
you gotta, you know.
Yeah.
And he's saying that, but he's saying it was okay. It was my time. He caught up with your grandfather over there, by the
He
way.
did.
If you can understand that as well, they were very close.
Yes.
And he was the one to meet up with him. And I want to leave you with that. And he's saying he's learning not to work so hard, but he said he hates the cars they have today. You would understand that, you know, as well, because it's like the way it's coming in with him. They don't make them good now. They make junk, and this is how he's talking to me, and that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
They cross up like a ukulele. He's telling me that. He's sitting there going, because anything new he didn't like anyways, because he was set in his ways.
Yeah.
He didn't mean to leave everything a mess,
Mm-hmm.
if you can understand that as well. And my throat is all cleared up. And I'm feeling the smoker that's around, too.
Yeah.
You can understand that,
Absolutely,
too?
yeah.
Okay, with the smoking, too. I have my bad habits. I still have my bad habits, except the smokes are cheaper over here than they are on your side of the veil right now. So. And you just need to hear that from him. And he wants to thank you for that, being there as much as you could be, because you feel like you didn't do enough.
Yeah.
And coming in January, someone has a birthday celebration. Can you understand that?
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you. You know, they say happy birthday. And I'm going to leave you with that because I have another dad over here. And someone else's father. And Paul, I'm feeling like your father.
Yeah, he's been gone since.
Don't give me any
Okay.
information because you can't see the graphic because at home, what I do, when the public, everybody gets excited. And I have to put, don't give me any information. But I mean, you can see it, but you
Yeah.
can't see it. So don't tell me
Okay, I
anything.
won't.
But your dad is coming in a big way. Okay? And it was difficult just before he crossed to do stuff. Can you understand that?
Yeah.
Just at the very end of his crossing, it was difficult for me. But now I can do things again. He was a feisty guy, by the way, because he tried to do stuff when he could. You know what I'm saying? You know what what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And I see some of the little bit of the resemblance. You know what I'm saying? With him, with Dad, because Dad's coming in too, as well for you. But he has someone else, and I'm feeling like a brother or something. I'm feeling someone's brother that's coming in around me too. But I don't know if you can understand that still. I know, but I have a brother that's over there on the other side.
He has a brother that's.
Okay, so I have to give that together. They're coming in together. Dad is being quite the character, you know, but he was a real family man too, as well. You know what he's talking about.
Mhm.
He had to work hard for the buck. You know,
Yeah.
you understand that too
Yeah.
as well. You know what he's saying. Paul still wishes I was here to, you miss talking to him sometimes. He's telling me to tell you that. He's saying, tell Paul I'm still listening in. And you were wondering about Dad, too, he's telling me. And one of the people that you were hoping to hear from tonight. He's telling me to tell you that. He's saying, he's at the bar tonight. And that would make sense, too. A little
yeah.
when he could, not all the time.
Not all the time,
you know,
but,
whatever,
yeah.
you know, Louise, what I'm saying? Louise is understanding it, too, and stuff like that, which is nice. And he's saying, There's someone else over there that has a handicapped. Could you guys understand someone who had a handicap that's on the other side as well? Because he's with your dad.
That's the brother.
The brother,
He's my
okay.
uncle,
Because he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was Downs related or whatever it was, you know.
Yep,
Does that make
exactly.
sense?
Yep, Down
Okay,
syndrome.
because
What did you say you
he's
said
coming
Down
in, but
syndrome?
he had a big heart, though.
Yeah, yeah.
And he cared about
absolutely.
everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
The big bear hugs.
Yep,
You know
yep.
exactly what your brother's saying. And he's doing the big bear hugs. And he's saying that. And he's giving you guys extra hugs.
Yeah.
And he wants to give that to you. You know, and your brother's the one that's stepping forward. He's doing really well over there, by the way, on the other side. You know, he's helping others, you know, like he did when he was here the best he could with what he was capable of doing when he was here because of the downs and whatever, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? But he had his own way about things, too. And he's saying, thank you for being a brother.
Oh,
You tried the best you could.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With his handicaps and disabilities. And he's saying to say that to you, but that's okay. But he can communicate a lot better,
Yeah, yeah.
if that would make
I
sense.
believe that, sure.
I'm
Yeah.
glad that makes sense because
Yeah.
the communication skills and everything that he's is coming around with that. And I'm feeling a mother vibration that's around me too, that's coming forward a little bit as well. I don't know if I'm still with you, Paul, but I'm having a mother that's around me as well. That's coming in. But I'm going to stick with you just for a couple more minutes, Paul, okay?
Yeah.
Your dad is saluting you from the other side. Service? I'm feeling someone that was in the service.
He was.
Okay,
Yeah.
because he's saluting you.
Yeah.
I'm seeing medals. I'm just seeing a couple of medals, not a lot.
Not sure about the
Okay,
medals.
I have to
yeah.
get that. I see the American flag, though. Someone still has the American flag.
I
In the
believe somebody in the family still
yeah,
has that
yeah,
flag.
yeah, and I have to give that to you, and he's saluting them too as well. And I have to. And your dad's telling me he doesn't have any more headaches. Can
That's
you
good.
understand that just at the very end of his crossing with the headaches?
Yep.
Because that was really important for you to hear that. He said, no, I don't have any more headaches. My headache is all gone and all cleared up. You would
Wow.
know what he's talking about.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
he's a very proud man, but very private as well, within his own, you know, and sync. And he's telling all the war stories over there, too, by the way. And that would make a lot of sense to
Yeah.
you, you know, but he's saying to say that. He's telling all the stories, and he's saying, thank you for keeping my memories alive. Because you guys have been talking about the family and the different ones that have crossed over, you know, beforehand, that have gone over to the other side. And he's just saying that we're all together over here, looking down. But you were wondering about Dad, he's telling me too. He's saying that. I'm listening in, even though I'm not in my physical body, I'm in my spiritual body. He was very strong with his faith and what his beliefs were. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's saying,
Yeah.
thank you for praying in your own way. Because he's listening in on those. And Paul needed to hear that tonight. Paul, he's telling me to tell you to go out to have some more fun. He's been having fun, but he's got to really, you know, he's saying to
probably
say
right.
that to Paul. He's just like, you know, saying, tell Paul he's got to go out and have some more fun and just, you know, to lighten up on yourself. You know, because you got a lot on your plate with work and whatever. You know, you listen, you know, to everybody and all that good stuff, but listen, you know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
because you know he worked a lot of hours and worked really hard when he was here too, as well. You know what I'm saying? And he's showing me money, by the way. Okay.
What is he showing you?
Money.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and he's saying, I'm just glad my heart's better now too.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that would make a lot of sense
Yeah.
as well. And I had to give you that. And he's saying, Happy New Year.
Well,
And that would
Merry
make
Christmas.
and that would make a lot of sense to you as well.
Yeah.
And I have to give you that coming from your dad. And like I said, your brother just had to come in too, and that together over there on the
Yeah.
other side. Okay, and I just want to give that to you as well. And he said, yep, do some traveling, by the way. It's time for you to go on a vacation. You know, away with Louise or whatever. You understand, Louise? It's time, you know, because you guys are so caring. You know what I'm saying? But you got to take more time for you. Okay, I have to give you that to the both of you as well. And I'm just going to leave you with that.
Thank you.
Okay, and
Thank you.
Dad says happy anniversary or something, if you can understand that as
Yeah.
well.
It's sort of an anniversary, I guess.
Because it's an anniversary, not right now, but later on, I have to give that to you that's coming in with the anniversary. Because when I see white roses, I have to give it the congratulations for that
Right.
later on when it's coming in. I'm glad you can understand that as well. And I want to leave you with that. And have fun and have Merry Christmas and all
Thank
that
you.
good stuff. So
Thank you, Karen.
thank you for sharing, Dad.
Outstanding, yeah.
I'm gonna get. I have to go to Rick. I have an uncle that's around you, on the other side, and he's coming in very loud, with the whole pile of energy. You have an uncle on the other side?
One that I know of.
One that you know of? Okay. But he's fun-loving, fun to be around, quite the character when he was here. Can you understand that?
I guess I didn't know him well.
Do you know well enough? Well,
No.
I'm gonna just, go with that for a couple minutes, but I'm gonna see, because I have a woman stepping in for you. And I'm feeling a female vibration, if you can understand that. I'm feeling like a motherly type of love towards you. Can you understand that?
Yep.
Mom is over there,
Grandmother.
okay? Because it's how, but she's given that abundance of motherly love, like a mother, because she was there for you. That's why it's coming in like that. Your grandmother's coming in all around you, by the way.
Yep.
And was a beautiful woman when she was younger. She's telling me, if you can understand that as well. And she said, I don't have the house dresses on. You know what she's talking about, and the apron and all that stuff. If that's making sense. She's all dressed up for you tonight. And she's learning not to be so given to people. You know what I'm saying? Like she helped people once she was here, and that would make a
definitely.
lot of sense. She still can, especially for the younger ones too. Because she saw a couple of younger ones that were close that crossed over there. That they're with her.
Okay.
Can you understand that? Okay, because I've gotten a couple of males that are with her that are younger. Okay, and I'm glad you can understand. They're with your grandmother. Okay, and they're like, Rick's a good guy, they're saying. They're telling me to tell you that, okay? The one of the gentlemen that's coming in, one of the younger males. The younger male is saying, though, there wasn't much that you guys could do. If you can understand that for him.
I'm not sure.
Not sure, okay, but I wanted to put that out there. It might not be, there might be someone else that's around. But the younger male, one of the younger males is with your grandmother. And your grandmother's baking up a storm, making all the good stuff that you guys really miss. And I gotta give this to you anyways, if you don't understand about recipes. Does she have some recipes that are still here in the recipe book somewhere? I'm gonna give that to you anyways. Because she'll be following me home tonight. Okay, so I just have to give that to you, because she's got this pile of energy that's like, but in a really good way.
Yeah.
You had to listen, she made you. And she was very set in her ways, very, you know what I'm saying? You know what she's talking about. And she's making all kinds of stuff, for the relatives over there. And she's telling me to tell you not to get so stressed out.
Okay.
Stressed out? If that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's like this beautiful though, and I'm feeling someone that was a singer over there too.
Okay.
Can you understand that? I have a woman that's over there on this. If you don't understand, it's coming with a beautiful singing voice. And I have to get going with her. I'm going to wait a couple more minutes, but your grandmother's still praying for everybody. And she's telling me her faith kept her very strong. And she's saying, I'm learning not to help the Reverend so much, too, and help out with, like how she used to with the, Reverend or priest or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Can you understand that?
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm glad. She's learning not to do that so much,
Yep.
okay? Because she had a big heart and she tried to give. I'm glad Phoebe's understanding. I'm glad she's answering. But she had a really big heart that way and was always given to the community when she was younger.
Yep.
And I'm glad you can understand that. I have all my beautiful looks back, she's telling me. And she said she was quite the fox when she was younger. Can you understand that coming from your grandmother? And I love her head of hair. You know what I'm saying? Because she, and I'm feeling, beautiful, really beautiful. And, she's saying she's at peace. And you were wondering about that, you know, how she was doing and everything like that. But she's praying for you. And that would make a lot of sense. Okay, and she, you know what that's about.
I do.
Okay, so she's giving me all the secrets now. The cat's out of the bag, and I'm like, I have to give that to you with her. And she's like, you know, Rick is Rick, you know, but he's a big teddy bear inside. She's telling me that, you know, and she is so happy, but she says, I'm still praying for them. Because it was like a litany of prayers with her, you know what I'm saying, and everything. But I'm just glad I don't have to keep going over to the church all the time. And that would make a lot of sense. But she kept them in line, though.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm feeling there's a reverend or something like that, you know what I'm saying, over there. Can you understand that as well?
Yep.
I'm glad you can. The reverend's just coming in to say hello to you, if you can understand that. And I'm glad she's keeping him in line. And just like how she did when she was here, you know. And everybody did listen to her, please, and don't let Rick fool you. He still thinks about me, especially coming up with the holiday season, and wishes I was still, and what you would give for one of her homemade baked goods, you know, because she used to make everything, and she's making me very hungry right now. And but she's happy to be caught up with your grandfather that's over there in spirit. I don't know if you knew your grandfather at all or not, but he's in the background because your grandmother's the one that's coming in the strongest, but the younger male is coming in too. He's coming in to thank you, if that makes sense to you at all. I have to give it what they're giving me, okay? You can understand that?
Yep.
He's saying, tell him thank you. He went above and beyond the Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? You know what he's talking about, the male.
Yeah.
Okay, that you could do. And he's coming in a big way to say thank you for that.
Okay.
And he's doing okay now. He's doing really well. Okay? And I just have to give that to you as well. And your grandmother's telling me, I'm just so glad that I can breathe a lot better. Just at the very end, it was difficult for her to do stuff. She hated you guys fussing over her, though, too. People that helped her out and everything. You know what she's talking about.
Yep.
And I'm keeping them all in line over here, too. And I have to give you that as well. And she said, I don't have to wear things to stay warm anymore. And you would understand that. And she's going around the house with her slippers on and everything, too. You know what I'm saying? You know what she's talking about, these slippers.
Cold house.
I'm trying to be polite about them, but they're kind of gaudy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? These flip-flops or the slippers and everything. And at one time, if you don't I'm giving you a pink pair. If you don't understand the pink, do you understand the pink pair?
That would be
No?
my dad.
That would be your dad, okay? Because I'm seeing these gaudy.
He had a pink bathrobe,
You
but
know,
he had
you
pink
all
slippers,
would.
I swear to
I'm
God.
so glad because they're all over together, you know. And I'm thank you for taking that because I'm seeing them, and I'm like, okay, thank you for taking that.
He's a big brawly man with a
Don't give me any information. But it's just so funny with this. These slippers, and I'm like, okay.
It's gonna kill me.
And thank you, and pink to boot. But your grandmother has a message for you that she is listening in from the other side. You have to just relax, she's telling me, and let the chips fall. And that would make a lot of sense to you, because that's exactly how she would. It's not easy for us, and you would understand that coming as well. You know what I'm saying? And she's saying, but just for you to let the chips fall. And the younger male didn't come in as strong because your grandmother's kind of like taking over the show. And that's how she would be if she was here. She would take over the show, you know? And that's what she's, just let the chips fall. You would understand what she's talking about. And she's telling me to tell you to go out and enjoy some homemade bread and a cup of tea, if that makes sense to you, with the homemade cooking of the bread and the nice melted butter and everything. And you'll miss that. And she's saying she's going to be letting you know she's around you more. Look for flickering lights because it's them playing with the electricity at home. Even if you put a light bulb in and the wiring is fine, just it's just them saying hello and she's saying hello from the other side to you, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I'm gonna leave you with that, okay? She's and the mail is saying surprise, but I haven't surprise, and I haven't changed at all. I haven't changed at all over here. I'm still the same, and I just had to give you that as well. Coming from him, he's back to his old self, and that would make sense, you know, a little bit, not but I'm gonna give that to you anyways. And he's taking like full responsibility and all that good stuff. And I have to give that to you, if that makes sense at all, okay? And because I do have someone here that I'm getting, and I don't know if it's you, Chris, or Kelly. But I have a male that's around you, Kelly, that's coming in from the other side. And I'm feeling, is there a man over there in spirit? And I'm feeling another grandfatherly vibration.
My father.
Your father, okay, because your father is
My father's over there.
Yeah, because your father's coming in all around you. You miss having him a little bit around. Not, she's gotten used to the idea, that I'm not there or whatever and
Right.
stuff like that, because there is another male that is around you that is with your dad, and I'm glad you can understand, and you're hoping to kind of hear from the other male a little bit.
Yes.
He's coming in a very big way that I'm here. You miss him very, very much.
I do.
A whole lot, and stuff like that. And he's saying he's doing better over there, if that makes sense to you. You need, and I'm just going with your grandfather a little bit too, because he's the one coming in stronger right now. But the other male is coming in and saying, she still misses me very, very much. And you miss having him around.
I do.
For all the fun stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
He's the one person you could go to, too. You know what I'm saying, Kelly? The one person, even though I'm not, and she misses that eternal love. You know what he's talking about, the younger male. It's kind of cute, too, by the way. And I have to give you that as well. He's out there playing the music and all that good stuff, because he liked it when he was younger and all that. And going like this, ta-da, ta-da, ta-da,
Yes.
to the band and all that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, he's listening to music over there as well. Concert tickets are cheaper over here. And that would make a lot of sense to you as well, but he loved all that kind of stuff. And he said, she needed to hear from me tonight in the worst way. You know what he's talking about and everything. And he's saying that he's doing all the stuff again that he used to be able to do, because it was difficult before his crossing to do some of the stuff.
Right.
You understand that? Thank
Yes.
you for taking that. I'm thanking him
Yes.
too. He's like, with the looks and all that, he's just like, I was your average guy. And that would make, that's why it's coming in like this with him. I was the average guy, but a good guy too.
Yes.
A very good guy with a very big, big heart.
Yes.
And he's telling me to tell you, you miss that eternal love from him. And I have to give that, not all the time, but sometimes. I'm going to give it to you anyways, because your two men will be following me home. And he's saying, and I'm just, it's coming in this way. I don't question how they work with me, okay? But the male is with your dad.
Yes.
They're together, and that would make a
Okay,
lot of
good.
sense. And I'm
Yes,
glad that
good.
makes. I'm glad
That's
it makes.
good. I figured they would be.
I'm just getting the two. I'm getting the two with them, and I'm so glad you can understand that, Kelly. They're saying Happy New Year to you.
Okay, good.
And
Happy
she's,
New Year.
Yeah, and but they're celebrating, and they used to celebrate that holiday. That was one of their favorites. Kind of wild.
Yes, 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 yes.
On the wild side, actually, and I see the cards a little bit. I gotta,
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a genuine. That's a genuine. Yeah.
Except over here, we can win and not lose all the money. If you would understand that, too.
Yes.
And I'm feeling marked cards. Somebody tried to cheat at one time. I have to give that to you.
I would give that to
Can you
my
understand
brother.
that? Oh, good.
I would give that to him.
Although the one thing they're happy about, they know how the races are going to turn out. And that would make a lot of sense, too. What they're trying to tell you is we haven't changed. What you see is what you get over here on this side of the earth plane, over there is what you see is what you get too. You know, and he said, we had our things, and I'm feeling somebody like to drive a motorcycle. I don't know if I'm still with you or if somebody else who's four-wheeling on a motorcycle. You know, and I'm going to, you know, just wait and ask that person to back off for a little while. But they said, we're around you in a very big way.
Okay.
You've been curious about them, wondering if they were
Well,
both okay.
yes.
You know, they said the secret's out now. That's what they're telling me, you know. And they're happy to be around everybody else. And I'm feeling a grandmother that's all around you, too, from the other side. I don't know if you knew your grandmother or not, too.
I did. Well, my grandmother.
Yeah, don't.
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, if you
Say
understand.
nothing.
No, if you don't. Okay. But your grandmother's coming in, too. And she's with them as well. And I'm feeling somebody knitted or made stuff, you know, like the homemade stuff, like the wreaths and the, I'm not sure if I'm still with you or if someone else could take someone.
My grandmother
Your
knitted.
grandmother's still coming in
She's knitting,
because
yeah.
she wants to take over the whole show. But I got to tell her, there's two other people I still haven't gotten to yet as well. But she, thank you for taking that, Rick. I appreciate that. And some of that's still here.
Mm.
Yep, and she's glad you're putting it up. She sees you putting it up on the door. You know what? She knows. And she's saying thank you for that. Because I have to get back to Kelly. They are so funny, the two men that are coming through. Your grandfather's not in any more pain. He's telling me to tell you that. With age, of course, you know, things bothered him, but he never really talked about it and stuff like that. But your grandmother's all around you, and she's keeping them in line, too. And that would make a little bit of sense, you know. And she said, I'm just dressed casual. I don't get into that crap. And I'm trying not to be colorful with the words because we are on the air. But you would understand that, too. One of them being very colorful with the language. So I'm going to give I'm giving you that. It's coming around because you have a lot of people over there. Not a lot, but some. And I'm feeling somebody does, though, and I just have to, you know, ask to wait and get off. And they're just sending love to you from the other side. Our love for you has not died. And your grandmother's telling me to tell you, you've come a long way, baby. And you would understand that as well.
Yes.
And the young Emil that's coming in, he's telling me to tell you, too, to go out and enjoy a good concert. You haven't been out, you know, for a while. She said she needs to go out and enjoy, you know, go out and enjoy the music and have fun like the good old days.
Okay.
And that would make a lot of sense coming.
All right. I like that. I like that.
Okay. And the males are all around you. And I have to leave you with that.
Okay, thank you.
And they're saying Merry Christmas. And I have to give that and Happy Holidays, whatever your fate is, and, you know, that. And they're going to be with you right along with you celebrating.
Okay.
And they appreciate that's right. They appreciate the tipping with the cup a little bit there. With the, you would understand.
I would. I certainly would.
And I have to give that to you coming from them. And they're just filling me in.
Yeah.
They're just letting me know. So, and she's going to do it again, by the way. Don't let her get off that easy. But that's just your way of thinking of them, too. You know what I'm saying? So they wouldn't want it any other way.
Okay.
Except for that way with you. Louise, I'm coming to you. I do have a female that is around you that's coming in from spirit. And I'm feeling an aunt vibration. I don't know if you have an aunt over there that is crossed over, but I have someone's aunt that's in the room right now. And if you don't understand, I'm just going to ask her to back off, okay? And I just, you know, have to give her, you know, and I also have a man that was a police officer. I have to give that out if anyone's family was in a police. Can you understand that at all?
No.
Somebody that was on the police force? Okay, because I'm just feeling I got to give it quickly. This man, but he had a heart attack when he crossed over and died of a heart attack when he crossed. I don't know if you can understand that, Phoebe, but I just have to give this tall bit of a gentleman that's on the other side, broad in the shoulders, had a pretty good head of hair as he aged, massive heart attack when he died. And I'm just going to put him out there and just ask him to, you know, back off. But if anybody can understand him, think about him, you know, come to me. If anyone at home can understand him, just email me. And I just have to put him out there. But it was his heart with his crossing when he crossed over. And Chris, I have to get to you.
What about Louise?
I'm going to go to Louise in a minute.
All right.
You know, there's your people that are coming in. Because I do have a male that is around you that was very sick when he died. And I'm feeling, when I see blood, I'm feeling blood-related issues with his passing when he crossed over to the other side. Can you understand a male that
Sort of.
crossed over with AIDS?
Yes.
Because I'm feeling this male that's coming in, he died of AIDS, and he was very sick with it too for a good while, he's telling me. You know, and the AIDS, because he lost weight with it and all that stuff, and he's telling me to tell you that he put more weight back on when he crossed over, and that he's doing really well again, and he's not sick anymore with the AIDS and all that stuff, and he's telling me to tell you that I have to give that to you coming from him, because his family still misses him, he's telling me, you know, and I have to get that. Does that make sense to
Yes.
you? He said, I did what I could do when I was here, you know, and did the best I could do. And that would make sense, you know, and I'm seeing a motorcycle around you too. I don't know if it's him or someone else that's over there that like motorcycles. Can you understand that?
Yes.
Because he's coming in through with the man that died from AIDS. Okay, and I'm just going to give you that, and I'm feeling, you know, he's four-wheeling again, he's telling me to tell you. Okay, and he's driving a motorcycle again. Only the good die young, he's telling me to tell you that. Okay, and that would make sense, because he wasn't old when he crossed over. You know, and I have to give you that as well, okay? He's saying, I'm still on the wild side. Okay, the woman that had the motorcycle was still on the wild side, and that hasn't changed. It's not going to change. And I have to give you that, okay, coming from him. One of them had brown hair, though. One of the males that are coming in.
Yes.
They're stepping forward. He's got a nice head of hair back. Can you understand that? He said
so.
he's happy to have the hair back, and he's happy to have, and I'm glad, you know, and the women love me over here, too. And you would understand that, not from the one who passed from AIDS, but the other one who was at the motorcycle. So I have to tell you that coming from him, okay? And I'm glad you can understand that. The one that passed from AIDS said it was very difficult for my family to, because you have two spirits that are coming in. The one with the AIDS and the one with the motorcycle, the brown hair and all that stuff. He's saying surprise to you, because I'm one of the ones that he was furthest from your mind about coming in tonight and stuff like that. But he said, oh, he's not going to get off the hook that easy, because this is how he was when he was here, you know. The one who had the AIDS, he tells me to tell you I'm not shaking anymore. Would that make sense? Because his disease, it just made him have very, if you don't understand, because I know there's someone that ask someone in the family, because I know there's still family members here, he's telling me. And he's telling me just at the very end with the AIDS and everything, with the way it took over his body, that he was shaking and everything, just at the very end of his crossing. But he's not shaking anymore. And I have to give you that coming from him as well. Okay? He's telling me to tell you to tell his mom. Is his mom still here?
No.
Okay, because I'm getting mother with him. I don't know why, you know, but I just have to give. Your mom is over there. She's around you because we're related with family, so I know a lot about him. But your mom is coming in to say Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, that sounds about right. She would, you know, make her way to make her entrance and all that. And don't let Christopher Michael Gagne fool you. She's saying, he still misses having me around. And she's saying to say that to you because I mean, he could count on the others, but you were there for her. You know what I'm saying? And she's telling me to tell you that, okay? But he's saying to say that. She is saying to say that because you have, like, the two men are trying to outtalk each other right now. So I just am like, okay, so I just got to tell them to back off for a couple minutes. She said, I'm glad my passing was quick and that my crossing over, I didn't suffer, and I was glad I wasn't sick or in a coma and whatever. You know what I'm saying? She is glad she left the physical body and didn't have to go continue in the physical body. You understand that?
Yes.
She's with all the relatives over there. That sounds about right. But I have to give you that. But the friend with the motorcycle is saying for me to tell you, he's happy he doesn't get into much trouble anymore. And that would make sense. He's staying out of trouble on the other side. So I had to give you that. And I'm seeing speeding tickets with the friend that's over there. I don't know if you understood speeding tickets with him, but I have to give that to you anyways, if you don't find out about that. Because he's saying I'm speeding over here, you know, on the
No
motorcycle
tickets.
and doing all that fun stuff on the bike. You know what I'm saying?
I think so.
Okay, so I have to give you that. He's telling me to tell you, the both of them, to the one with the AIDS, to celebrate my life, not my crossing. Because that's how he was. He loved life to the fullest. He lived life to the fullest, too. And he's saying to say that. And he's with his family, and the mother's not coming in that very strong, but he's with his grandmother, actually, over there. And she's the one that he's with tonight. Mom is busy with all the other family relatives, and I have to give you that as well. Okay? And I just have to, fill you in on the scoop, and that's, what I'm getting. But your mother just wanted me to tell you that I am glad that I didn't have to stay on the airplane and the body that I would have been in. You know what she's talking about. I am glad that I crossed over and I didn't have to stay a vegetable, more or less. You know what I'm saying? And so I have to give you that. But it was quick, though, and she was glad it was quick, because she said, I went out with a bang, and that would sound about right coming from her, and I have to leave you with that, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Louise, Meg, I'm going to come to you. Did you lose a baby in a miscarriage?
Yeah, miscarriage.
Yes, because there's a baby that's been around you on and off tonight, and the baby's doing fine over there. And I have to tell you that, you know what, the baby's growing up over on the other side. And I have to tell you that as well, because I feel the grandfather around you as well that's coming in, and your grandfather's coming in very strong-willed, but in a very good way, if you can understand that at all. Because the baby, you still wonder, what if the baby lived? I have to give that to you. You've gotten past and through that, but once in a blue moon, privately, at certain times of the year they come around, you just wonder, you know what I'm saying? And the baby is with your grandfather, and the two of them are together, okay, on the other side, and your grandfather's saying, I'm around Louise. I'm the one that's coming in tonight with Louise, because I need to, come in a little bit, and he's saying to say that to you, okay? And I could do a lot more now. He aged nice, your grandfather aged nice, and he aged gracefully, if you can understand that coming from him. And he was handsome, he's telling me, when he was young. I don't know if there's still pictures at home with him younger or not that you can look at, because I'm seeing the pictures that we can look, and he was kind of a looker, he's telling me, when he was younger too. And he's happy that, because I was like right behind you and extending that eternal love to you from the other side. And he's like right there. Very kind, caring man. He's telling me that, and that would make sense. Because these are their memories they'll share with me, you know, the things that they did and, you know, their things. And he's, you know, out at the beach and like the water and all that good stuff. Can you understand that coming from your grandfather? I'm glad you can, because he's doing all that again. He said, but it's warmer over here. And if you can understand that.
My father?
Huh?
My father?
Yeah. And I've got to, I'm glad you can understand that as well. But there is
With a blanket. He was always cold.
I do have a female that's around you too. And don't tell me any information that's with your father. Can you understand that?
A female?
I'm not sure if I'm with you. I know Margaret was supposed to be on, but Margaret's in the background. Hi. Because I have a male that is around you as well that's coming in from the other side that recently did pass over, cross over. Can you understand that, Margaret? This is courtesy of Louisa's grandfather, with him coming in, by the way. So I have to give that to you. It's a fresh death. You know, where he hasn't been over there very long, but his energy was very strong when he was here. And he's doing really well now, by the way. I had to tell you that, okay? I know you guys at home can't see it, but I just had to go to her because Louisa's grandfather was pulling me over that way just to tell you. I had to tell you. He's saying Happy New Year to you. Okay? You did what you could do for him as well, and that would make a lot of sense. But then when he crossed over, it was just a surprise. Anyways, even though you knew, you know what I'm saying? You knew. Can you understand? Okay, so I have to give you that, and because I got to get back with Louisa's grandfather, but he had to pop in. She's not getting off that easy, he's telling me. And that would make sense to you. And I'm glad it does, so I have to leave you with that, okay? And have a lot of fun on New Year's. He's got to be with you, and that would make a lot of sense, too, as well. And I have to give you that. That was courtesy of your grandfather with the male that just had crossed over, because they help each other over there. You know, especially sometimes it depends. If you have a strong energy, you'll bring it over on the other side. If you have a weaker energy, it won't come in as strong, but you'll get there. You know, you build it up because you do change over there, and stuff like that. But your grandfather was the one coming in with me because he's telling me I was a very proud man, but I was a family man. Can you understand that? Do you know your grandfather? Not really well, I'm feeling.
Yeah,
so I'm just going to,
well.
you know, because I just have to give that to you. But I also have another male that's over there in spirit that is around you coming in. You know, that he was younger when he passed away. And he's really not giving me a whole ton of information. But I'm feeling somebody in their 50s have crossed over to the other side. Can you understand someone in their 50s that had crossed over, a male?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close to 50.
You can understand? Because he's coming in a little bit for you tonight, but this is how they're coming, because they're trying to like outspeak each other. But he's around you too. You know, and I'm getting, you know, a little height, not a lot with him. You know, average. If you can understand that. Yes, if you understand, or if you don't. I'm glad you can. You know.
Would it be Paul?
I don't know if would a
With
family
the
member
height?
or
No.
I'm feeling more of a friend.
a friend. Could be.
Does that make sense at all?
When you said the height.
Huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because I have to give him, you know, he's coming in too, but he's with your grandfather. And you have some men over there too. That's what they're telling me, you know, so
Really?
that's why. Oh, boy.
Something we're gonna have to talk about.
And I also do have someone really young too that crossed over when a lot younger. If you can understand that. That is around you. You know what I'm saying? But he's been over there a while.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you can understand that. Louise still thinks about me once in a blue moon. You can understand that coming from you, and I'm getting, you know, the good looks and all the whole 9 yards with him and everything. And he's saying, I'm still the party animal over here that I was when I was here. Can you understand that coming from him too, Louise? He said that has not changed with me. And he's also telling me to tell you that he's glad he's with everybody over there. The younger male that's stepping forward. He's not alone, okay? And because he's been over, like I said, he's been over there a while, you know, and I have to give that to you as well, that I've been over here a while, you know, and he's saying I had a big heart when I was here, and I cared about people that were around me when I was here, and that makes sense. And that, he said, when I crossed over, I helped people over there too, especially the younger people, okay, that have crossed over. So I have to give you that coming from this young, because I'm going way back with him, and you would understand exactly what he's saying. And I'm so glad that you can understand that coming from him as well, because he's saying to say that to you, surprise. Sometimes he said, but I'm with your family over there. And the, you know, the baby's doing fine, and the baby's growing up over there. You know, and I'm seeing some little thing that, you know, does that make sense to you? That you have? It's just little, you know what I'm saying? A little, like, you know, the baby's showing me that, you know what I'm saying? So I have to give that to you, like a little, you know, token, a little, you know, remembrance thing. It's not coming in clear, but I have to give that to you as well. And you have all that wonderful maternal instincts and love when you can. You don't always show it, you know, and that would make sense too. You know, but your grandfather's saying she does have a big heart. She's just a little hard-nosed. And you could understand that coming from him as well. And I had to give you that. Don't be so serious. You know, don't be so serious all the time. Your grandfather's telling me. And the younger male that died way back in the day is telling me, yeah, she goes, she's got to learn to lighten up, you know, but you needed to hear that, you know. And he's saying, surprise, because I'm the one that had to come in tonight for you, okay? And but you needed to know that the others were doing well as well. You know, and she's thinking about us, you know, and we're listening in. Don't be on the phone so much, you know, and doing the scrolling down, the texting and all that stuff. And they have to give that. That's just their way of looking at it. She's on the darn thing too much. She said, they didn't have that when I was around, and I'm glad, because I probably would have done something stupid like I would when I was here, and you would understand what younger male is talking about. So I'm giving that to you. Paul, don't give her any too much electronics for Christmas.
Too late.
If you got her some, give them to someone else. If you didn't get her something else. That's what the younger male is telling me to tell you. And I have to leave you with that. Just to let you know that, and that's what I'm getting, that was coming in from the other side to you. Paul's a trooper.
I got bonus.
I had to give that to you. He's a trooper because he puts up with it. I'm sorry. But you know what your grandfather's talking about, even though she didn't know that well. He's just always, and I'm glad Paul can understand that too. His face is turning 4 shades of red right now. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not going home with them tonight. But in a good way. But he does put up with it. So do something nice for him at the holiday season. That's what they're saying.
He's loving it.
And I have to give that to you as well. And that makes a lot of sense. You know what they're talking about? Because that's just their way of looking down from the other side.
I just think you made my Christmas a little better.
Young male friend. And the young male saying, she's not getting off the hook that easy. So I had to give that to you, coming from your young friends and stuff like that. So, Paul, on electronics, you know what to do. And that's who I'm getting. I don't know if anybody has any questions for me or not about people that are over on the other side. We have 5 minutes left, so I just wanted to tell you if anybody has any questions.
Do you have a question?
I was just trying to think of, if anybody else has a question, then go right ahead.
They'll do that.
Do you see my mother?
You know,
Good question.
She's
My mother
cooking.
been around?
what they,
Forget her, I'm done.
she's too busy having fun shopping.
Yeah.
You know, she said,
There
she's
she
not,
goes.
she said, I'm not putting up with it. I did that on the airplane. And I can shop up a storm over here, your mother's telling me, and not worry about how much she's spending. And because she liked to, you know. She has her pocketbook, you know, the gaudy thing. And she's saying, because she came in earlier, but she's saying, I'm having fun. I don't know why Kelly's asking about me. I'm not thinking about her right now. And that would sound about right.
That would sound about right. Absolutely.
I have to give that to you. And she's saying, just tell her to go out shopping and have some fun. You don't go out shopping enough and do, you know, and stuff like that. And Kelly's last minute, you know, with some stuff, not everything, you know. You would understand what you see? See, her mother's acquiring minds want to know. You can listen to Kelly's mother spiritually from the other side. And I have to tell you that she's shopping. She's not around you anymore.
Yeah.
She said, I had to give you that coming from her, you know. And I do want to wish, I'm saying it, Merry Christmas. I have to say Merry Christmas with all the controversial about all the holidays and
Yeah.
everything. I'm born and raised Catholic, so I just have to say Merry Christmas. But I know Jewish friends are celebrating Hanukkah right now too, and I want to say Happy Hanukkah and Kwantas, and enjoy Christmas and whatever your denomination is with celebrating. And I want to thank everybody at home for tuning in and listening in. And with the holiday season coming up, please don't drink and drive. If you have a little one too many, give your keys to a friend. So a medium like myself doesn't have to come to be the messenger. And one thing I'm asking everybody too, with the holiday season, with everything that's going on in the world, please try to have a little peace and really take time to appreciate everybody on both sides of the veil. Just to have that little bit of peace to remember what Christmas is all about as well. Because that's being forgotten about, you know. And just like I said, I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And please find that little bit of peace. And if you feel a little sad or blue or anything like that, help someone out that needs a helping hand over the holidays. Help a veteran out. You know, do something, you know, to help another person out that maybe can't get around this holiday season and do for themselves. Or even visit somebody, you know, like in a nursing home, or even the vets at the veterans, you know. Just give of yourself. And, you know, I just want to tell everybody, thank you for watching. I want to thank all the guests for sharing your loved ones with me tonight. You know, thank you guys, you know, for sharing everybody. And have a safe and happy Merry Christmas and a safe and happy New Year's. Our loved ones are gone, but not forgotten, and just a thought away. And I would like to thank all of my crew for helping out tonight, for taking time out of your busy schedules to come in to help film Whispers from the Other Side. And I think a special thank you to Andrew. And an extra special thank you to Andrew and Grace and everybody else, Maureen, Amy, everybody. And I don't know the other lady's name, but you two, just everybody. And if I missed anybody out, you know, thank you so much for coming in. And our loved ones are gone, but not forgotten. and just a thought away.